looking to guide your visitors through a process or workflow on your WordPress site? In this video, we are exploring the process steps block from Next-to-Block, perfect for creating clear step-by-step sequence in both vertical and horizontal layout. Whether you are showcasing a timeline or detailing a multi-step services, I'll walk you through setting it up without any coding. So let's dive in. Before we start, make sure the default WordPress Gutenberg block editor is active on your site. Also make sure both the Next-to-Block free and pro plugin are installed and activated on your site. Step 1. Install both the Next-to-Block free and pro plugin. To do that, go to Plugins, click on Add New. Then in the search bar, search for Next-to-Blocks. This is the plugin. Click on Install Now. Once done, click on Activate. Now to install the Next-to-Block Pro plugin, go to Next-to-Block, click on Dashboard. Then from here, go to Upgrade Now. Here we'll see the benefits of upgrading to the Pro plan. Again, click on the Upgrade Now button. Here, choose the plan that fits your need. Once you buy the plugin, you will receive a zip folder with an activation code. Then come back to the site, go to Plugins, click on Add Plugins, go to Upload Plugins, and here select the zip file. Click on Install Now, then click on Activate Plugin. Now to activate the license, go to Next-to-Blocks, click on Activate Pro, and here you add the license key and click on Activate button. That's it, you have successfully activated the Next-to-Block Pro plugin. Step 2. Activate the process steps block. To do that, go to Next-to-Blocks, then go to Blocks and search for process steps. This is a block. Enable it and click on Save Settings. Let's see the settings of process steps block from Next-to-Blocks. In the style section, you will find two layout types, vertical and horizontal. Let's continue with the horizontal option. In the steps section, you have to use these repeater items to create these steps. Let's see the options. In the title field, you can add the title of this step item. In the description, you can add a description. From the icon type section, you can add an icon. To this circle section, you can add an image or you can add a text. Let's continue with the icon for now. From the select icon section, you can add font awesome icon or dash icons. In the link field, you can add a link to the title of this step. From the background section, you can add a solid color to this circle like this. You can add a gradient color or you can add a background image as well. Let's stick with the background color for now. From the height of content section, you can adjust the height of this step item. You can click on the Add Step button to add more steps. In the counter area, when you enable this counter toggle, you can add a counter in these steps. From the counter type drop down, you can select the counter type. If you select the custom text option, you can add custom labels for these counters. When you select this option, you will find an additional field in the repeater items called custom label. From here, you can adjust the labels. Then in the extra options tab, you will find some additional options. From the remote sync connection toggle, you can connect this process steps block with the carousel anything block from Next-to-Blocks. We will see that later in this video. From the vertical in tablet toggle, you can show this horizontal process step in a vertical layout in tablets. From the normal layout in mobile toggle, you can show these steps as normal blocks in mobile. From the circle alignment, you can align the circle. From the content alignment section, you can align the content. If you keep it disabled, it will show as vertical layout in mobile. These two options are only available if you select this horizontal layout. From the default active tab drop down, you can select any particular step to be active by default. From the rings background toggle, you can add a ripple effect to the background of this circle. In the style tab, you will find all the styling options required to customize this block. From the title tab, you can adjust the typography of this title. You can change the font family, font weight, font size, text transform, font style, text decoration, line height, letter spacing. You can also add global typography as well. From the colors, you can adjust the color of this title. You can do this for normal and hover states. From the above space section, you can adjust the spacing above the text. Similarly, from the description tab, you can adjust the typography of the description. You can control the color of the description for normal and hover states. And from the above space section, you can adjust the spacing above the description. From the icon area tab, you can adjust the style of the icon, image or text used in the circle area. From the icon size, you can adjust the size of this icon. From icon color, you can adjust the color of the icon for normal and hover states. If you have used image, from the image size, you can control the size of the image. You can also adjust the image radius. If you have used text, from the text typography section, you can adjust the typography of that text. From the background size, you can control the size of the circle. From the height of content, you can adjust the height of these repeated items. From the background section, you can adjust the background of these circle items. You can add a solid color, you can add a background gradient color, or you can add a background image as well. Keep in mind, if you set the background from here, you cannot set background from individual repeated items. You can also set border, border color, border width, border radius, and box shadow as well. You can adjust all these properties for normal and hover states. From the text transform CSS field, you can add custom transform CSS properties to this circle area. From the overlay color section, you can add an overlay color to this circle area. From the connecting line tab, you can adjust these line styles. From the border type section, you can adjust the border type. From the color, you can set the color of this border. From border size, you can set the size of the border. From separator line size, you can adjust the width of the border. You can adjust the line color for normal and hover state. From the counter area tab, you can adjust the style of these counters. From padding, adjust the padding. From the left offset and top offset, you can place these counters. From the typography, you can adjust the typography. From text color, you can adjust the text color. From background, you can add a solid color, gradient color on a background image as well. From the border, you can add a border, border radius, and box shadow as well. You can adjust all these properties for normal and hover states. From the content background tab, you can adjust the style of this content area. You can add padding, margin. From background, you can add a background color to this content area. You can add border, border radius, box shadow. You can control all these properties for normal and hover states. From the repeater background tab, you can adjust the style of this container of this block. You can add padding, margin, add a background. You can add background color or gradient, or you can add a background image as well. You can add border, border radius, box shadow. Again, you can adjust all these properties for normal and hover states. Now let's see this remote sync connection option. For this, you have to use this carousel anything block and process steps block on the same page. Here in the carousel anything block, you have to add the slides with content, then go to the carousel remote sync ID tab. In the unique carousel ID field, you have to add an ID. Then in the process steps block, you have to add the same number of steps as you have carousel anything block. You can add the content as per your requirement. Then go to extra options, enable the remote sync connection toggle. In the remote sync ID, add the same ID. From active on section, you can set the trigger to hover or on click. Let's see how it looks. This is how it works. In the advanced tab, you will find additional styling options to style the container of this block, which we have covered in a separate video. So that's it for the process steps block. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and do subscribe to the channel for more content like this.